What is good, everybody? We are back for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. AD's about to get Indian style in this one.
Crisscross applesauce. Thanks.
With the Puma socks.
Yes, sir. Get a long ankle today.
Hey, you know they finna fry the mess out of you. Man.
Why he said like he about to say to the room? Man?
I don't know. He definitely brought the sage out here, man. What we getting into today, man? We got Zach Lavine. He says that Chicago Bulls are his first choice per reports to his teammates, which is good to know. So we'll see what we'll dive into that, you know, and talk about kind of the breakout of the Bulls team, or the makeup, I should say, of the Bulls team moving forward. And then on the national side, Kyrie's opting in to his player option, or is he not? We don't really know at this point. We're trying to figure it out ourselves. And then Dre versus Perk. What's going on with that? All that and more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let's go. What is good, everybody? We got the squad in the building. Y'all already know, man. We got the man formerly known as Ringo J, Mr. Stefan Adon in the building. We got Mr. Two Letters. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Can you do the back and forth? The back and forth. That's wild.
I can do a Star Trek sign.
I remember being like mind blown when people could do that, man. There was a dirty joke I was finna drop on that one. But hey, man, how y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling today? We on Tuesday of this week, and we're not canceled yet, so we're doing something, right?
Nah, yeah, we good right now.
Despite my best efforts.
Oh, you're working hard for it, buddy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us, man. If you are new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Yeah, we don't want y'all to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. Let's just jump into it, bros. I don't think we got anything crazy that happened out here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. We're setting up shows here during the off season. We hope y'all appreciate this, because we stretching this content. We trying to make this content last 2 hours for y'all. That's why we talked about Mario and Omarion in the last one. We're not going to get it started that way on this one, though. No, man. Zach Lavine, per reports, has said that the Chicago Bulls are his first choice in signing and free agency, and that the Bulls plan on having him back here, which is big for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Right. That they're gonna give him the bag. He's gonna basically, what is it, 212, I believe it is. So I mean, listen, I think for the most part, most of us have been saying he was gonna be back. I think Steph had a random moment where he said he wasn't, but outside of that, man, I mean, do you think that it's pretty much a done deal that Zach Lavine is back, and what does that mean for the Bulls moving forward? How's this team going to be shaped around a Zach Lavine-led Chicago Bulls team?
I think now, I mean, if he saw his teammates, he'll be back then. I'm gonna take him at his word. I think that when you...
Those are the reports, right? Yeah. Those are the reports. There's been so many reports. Yeah. Do we really know, buddy? Those are the reports.
Yeah, well, watch we get down to the 11th hour and he talking about I want to go to the Mavs or something. But
don't do that.
No, please don't. But nah, I'm looking at it. If the only reason why I would suspect that he would come back now is because, I mean, he's looking at all the other options, and to be honest, he believed he wanted to get paid like a number one option. All the reports are that he's gonna get the 5-year, 212. That'll put him at about what I think somebody posted at like 36 M's a year. After that, like, he's gonna get paid like the number one option. He feels like he's the number one option. If you go anywhere else, you will be the number two. So yeah. That's the only thing that I can see. I mean, I believe it. I believe him when he said that he wants to help bring a championship to Chicago. So I think for him right now, this is the best move. I mean, I still would take the meetings. But I mean, if he's already told us,
I mean, listen,
he want to come back.
The question is, right? How Chicago has Zach become? Because if you're taking the meetings, that means you just here for the free dinner and a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know you coming to Chicago. What you think about it, AD?
Hey man, It was always going to be Chicago, I feel. I think he knew it too.
That was your choice anyway.
I mean, that's, you already know where I'm coming from, so I was going to be Chicago because who better? You know what I'm saying? No, but seriously, it's why to me my reasoning and how I feel about why I feel like that is because Zach put in all his work, and it didn't make sense to me the fact that he put in all this work. He got through the dog days, the dog years, and seasons to finally reach this point where, man, like all his personal work and all his perseverance and sticking it out through different regimes and GMs and presidents and movement just to get to this point where, like, man, like the Bulls are in contention. Like, we are in multiple conversations. They are actually talking about free agency for the Bulls. Like, we haven't been talked about in any of these national conversations as far as basketball for a while, since Derek. Since Derek. So, like, get your money.
Yeah.
Now that, we keep hearing the same thing overall, like, okay, the Bulls gonna sign him. Man, just get right. Make sure you healthy, not only for your future, because we definitely want Zach overall health to be good. I don't want to be selfish to just say for basketball, but I want that man to be good, well after basketball as well. But certainly, I hope that he's well rested. Take your time, and when you can, go ahead and get that endurance up for next season so we can ball on these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's going to be an interesting season for sure, man, because now you're talking about Zach Lavine. It seems like Lonzo's kind of ramping himself up. I think the Bulls got some nice young pieces in here, but on top of that, nice rookies, I should say, in here. But on top of that, right, like you're talking about a team that already had Lonzo Ball, that already had Zach Lavine. Oh, by the way, DeMar's here. Oh, by the way, Vooch is here. Oh, by the way, Ayo Dosunmu looks like he's going to be a pretty good player. Oh, by the way, Alex Caruso's on this team. If he can stay healthy, we got. I
hope he rust up too.
Yeah, I'm saying I think the interesting thing that Bulls fans haven't experienced in a while is that the Bulls are good, and they're going to come back still a pretty good team.
Right.
That's going to be the biggest difference maker heading into next season, man, as we're going to add in the pettiest man alive real quick. So give us a quick second here. We're going to add in Mr. P. Kid. Welcoming into the show, the pettiest man in the universe, Mr. P. Kid is in the building. Kid, what's good with you, my boy?
It's been a day, man. It's been an interesting day.
What are you eating right now? What are you eating?
I'm doped up on cough drops, man. It's the only way I can get through the show.
Oh, you still sick?
Yeah, I'm still not feeling it.
Is it what you got? Allergies going on with it, or?
Yeah, I always have real bad sinus issues around this time.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
You get that elderberry syrup?
That's a new one, sir. What does that do?
Yeah, you gotta get that elderberry. That build up your immunities.
Oh. There's a bunch of stuff like that, man. I got some multivitamins and stuff up there.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
doing what I can, but I mean, I don't feel bad. I just got this annoying cough and cold, which, try going to the hall with that.
I feel you.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a tough time out here, man. Hopefully you feel better. Quit crying your baby back. Never mind. I'm just playing. Nah, man, if you need anything, man, we got you. We're going to roast you the whole time, but we got you, man. Right, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, we was just basically breaking down, kind of Zach Lavine's the reports, right? The reports have been so interesting. This one isn't reported on Twitter, but all these reports might as well be. But the report that Zach Lavine has told teammates that the Chicago Bulls are his first choice coming when free agency does start, and the Bulls plan on offering him the big bag. So basically, if Zach Lavine, or when Zach Lavine, depending on how you view it, re-signs here, right? What is the Bulls' next option on shaping his team? That's the real question, right? Like, you've got Zach, you've got Lonzo, you've got a lot of talent on this team already. Do you go for the big name guy Do you go for the guy that's making a name, or do you go for the unknown guy, right? Me and Hayes did Locked On Bulls. Hayes gave me some really interesting names I'm going to drop on here in a second. But, I mean, what do you think, kid, as you join us here, man? What's your thoughts on the whole you did?
I'm kind of confused as to what's taking so long.
Well, I mean,
I get that he wants to do, I guess, test free agency or whatever, but I think, hasn't that already happened?
No,
not really.
He can't sign. No, this is his first free agency ever, and he can't sign until July 1st.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't really see him going anywhere else. I mean, Kyrie opted in. Unless he goes out to Portland, I don't really see that happening either. Like,
by the way, Portland's got to be depressed. All they long shots have basically just been. They got Jeremy Grant, and that's it.
They just better hope.
Hey! Portland said we just gonna run it back with Dame again.
Moved, man.
They just gotta.
Dame is still gonna get moved. I don't care what nobody say.
No, yeah,
Dame is out of there.
Well, he had a little off-season procedure too, didn't he?
Dame, yeah. Dame had. I don't know if it was off season. It was in season, wasn't it? He's recovering from surgery.
It was his ribs.
Yeah. So Dame is kind of Dame will be back. They'll have Anthony Simons. Yeah, you know what I'm saying they'll have the same team that they had with less experienced CJ McCollum in there.
They didn't do anything.
And Jeremy Grant.
They didn't do anything. In fact, they sent all their talent to the Clippers.
For what? At this point, right?
Exactly.
Like if you were gonna do something with it, it makes sense. But like for what? So I don't know. The Portland situation.
I think it's
they gotta be done.
Their style of play has to either they have to me, either they set Dame up like they set Steph up in Golden State, or like, because to me they kind of set him up like they do James Harden, where they kind of let him dribble, pass off, run around, get the ball back, shoot.
That's not a bad take, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's actually actually a good take. Like
they really should set him more up like Steph, either set more screens or get him some more help. So that's my hot take.
Well, he definitely needs more help because he's in the West now that's like
packed,
loaded to some degree. So, I mean, I feel bad for him.
Imagine putting up the SOS and they say, I need help.
Right,
we got Jeremy Grant for you. I still need help.
I'm surprised they didn't lure James Harden to Portland. Ain't that the strip club capital of the United States?
I'm surprised that they first of all, we got to talk about how Dame was like, I already won a championship being loyal to the people of Portland. Man, if you don't get your clown.
Hey, listen, hey kid, you know who say that? Dudes that don't win championships.
And he was trying everything not to offend his political connects with that one.
You know what? I think he actually just loves Portland, but you know that's.
I mean, you could love it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just looking at it like, don't. My whole problem with like mugs that like go to get extensions and like rookies that's up for the extension. Cause I don't know if I'm the only one that think like this, but if I'm coming into the league, dog, and I know my team is bad and I'm the star player, I know I'm not getting no help. If it's me, if I get drafted and I'm getting money off endorsements, bro, I'm going to league because I can't be the dude that's like I'm competitive. I want to win. I can't be the dude that's signed for some bread, and while the bread is nice, like I can't come back 3 or 5 years down the road and be like, man, you know what? I don't even like it here. Y'all need to trade me. And now by this time, in Dame case, Dame is already 32, and I was like, oh well, you know, I might try to get out of here when I'm 35.
I can't agree with that because
it's the same thing.
I know, like for me, right, like it's with the show, but I don't feel like there's a show that you put me on that I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna draw the show.
That's a fact.
even if it's a bad show. Yeah, I mean, so like if you're Dame or you're any player that's or some young player that's drafted, like even you was talking about Benedict Mathurin.
Oh yeah,
or Ben Mathurin. I don't know if he wants to go by the full name. He said LeBron got to show me that he better than me.
Yeah.
That's competitiveness, right? Like listen, like Denzel Valentine probably felt like that at one point until Frank Nitty.
I don't mind. For the record, I don't mind him talking like that. It's just you put your work.
You put the target on your back.
You better work as hard as your words present themselves.
Yeah. That's it. The Portland situation is a train wreck. I'll say this, right? As Bulls fans, thank God we not some of these teams out here, bro.
That's true.
Thank God.
And we can't. Situation in a train wreck.
And like,
it ain't a train wreck. You know what it is?
You said what?
The Portland situation is not a train wreck. It's the star that, like, you know what's happening right now? It's like they both in a marriage and don't want to file for divorce. No one wants to be the person that files for divorce.
But to me, the Portland situation
they got to tell the kids that they filed for divorce.
But to me,
no one wants to do that. He don't want to say, "Oh, I got to get out of here." You know, and Portland doesn't want to be the person to be like, "Yeah, we can't do nothing for you." So, like, he don't want that situation. So they're gonna sit there and grit and bear it until hopefully he makes another long playoff run. And they've had some decent playoff success. I mean, you can't blame Portland for them running into the KD Golden State Warriors or stuff like that, because that's really what happened.
Real quick, what happened after the Clippers series?
That team,
who did they face? Who knocked them out after that Clippers series?
But the problem with them has always
Golden State, right?
Golden State. The problem with them has always been the same to me. They never were able to replace LA. Them going to get Jeremy Grant is their
LaMarcus.
Yeah, them going to get Jeremy Grant is their poor man's attempt at replacing LA. When you have a point guard that's that dynamic, and I get what you were trying to build, but Dame needed a big.
Dame needs a big.
And you tried to replace it with Enes Kanter. You tried to replace it with Yusuf Nurkic. And Yusuf Nurkic is actually a nice player, but Yusuf Nurkic don't stay healthy enough. So, like,
I was gonna say he stay in foul trouble, but that's because he don't have no backup.
If DeAndre Ayton don't land himself in a Portland jersey, that would be the second coming to LA. And
that would be the best. That would be the best situation.
That's what needs to happen. DeAndre Ayton needs to be in a Portland jersey. Other than that, this is a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
But that's my issue. Like, if you not at least finna show me that you trying to make the move, like it was like Giannis legit sat there. All right, I need help. Instantly, all right, I've been clamoring for a PG. Drew Holiday, like. Go out and do something that's actually finna
traded 7 first-round picks for that.
But they got a ring out of it. But in Portland's case, is not like you not trying to show me that you really trying to make moves to get me better. I mean, we just talked about it with the Angels. Like you wasting two primes.
You wasting 2 great careers right now. If you out in LA right now, my God,
you wasting 2 primes.
Yeah, you're wasting who could have arguably been the best player in baseball's career.
At some point, I gotta slide.
I'll say this, right, and I think kind of looking at the difference of situations. The Portland situation is bad because of ownership or because of the front office. And it makes me more happy that we've got AK here in Chicago, because at a minimum, and I think AK is kind of set. He told you in his press in the Dalen Terry introductory press conference today, right? This team ain't going nowhere. Get used to seeing these people. These people are going to come up. They're going to develop. They're going to move in the right direction. Get used to seeing these Zach Lavine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, these young dudes that we bringing in, Patrick Williams. Like we're trying to build a continuity on this team, and I think Portland was like, we got to win right now. And if we don't, we got to blow this thing up. But then they started blowing it up and they were like, does that mean we got to get rid of Dame? Wait, we can't get rid of Dame. Dame's our guy. It's disrespectful to get rid of Dame. And then you're talking about like, okay, like you blew it all up, got nothing back, just cleared cap space, and then brought in Jeremy Grant as the fix?
Well, free agency starts in a week.
They're not about that.
But you know what the thing is, right? Like there's certain
some good free agents out there for him.
There is, but the problem is, right? Why? Same thing as with Derrick Rose when he was on the Bulls. Why can't I get you here? There's something there. Now, Portland could literally be like the city. Like I've never been to Portland, but it seems like over their history, they haven't been the big free agency draw.
I don't know. Portland seems popular amongst some. But I don't know how popular it is amongst NBA players. But hey, I'm saying
I don't know a major free agent that's ever gone to Portland.
That's going to Portland.
Scotty, no.
Used to be.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That's a good one.
I remember that squad.
But that's
what what's my man name?
But that's it.
Hold up, this kid talking? I can't hear him.
No, he not.
Oh, you didn't say nothing. Okay.
I mean, I said Scotty at the same time, but my mic was off.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Jinx, open your soda. But now,
Scotty. Remember they had Scotty, they had She, they had Sabonis. They had a decent run. Like Portland hasn't been a trash organization. Like they had competitive teams in the 2000s. Then they retooled with Brandon Roy and all them.
But that's through draft, though.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they have
Roy and LA
haven't brought Roy back around.
But you gotta
Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy is like 34 years old, bro.
No, I'm talking about as far as like either development or coaching.
I don't know if Brandon Roy can coach.
He's been coaching in high school.
I don't think, but that's different though.
Yeah, that's high school. That ain't the NBA.
I mean, but
I think he's coaching girls high school at that.
Hey, so the coach,
if I think the interesting thing, man, have y'all seen high school basketball lately,
bro?
That's not what it used to be.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right, these months just 30 out here.
Ain't no fundamental. First off, that's a fact. There's some grown high schoolers out here, bro. Hey, bro.
Hey, these mugs is 30 out here playing against Troy Bolton from High School Musical.
Bro, don't let them start taking birth certificates out here.
Hey, you got Jordan in high school playing against. We're all in this together. Yes, we are.
They try to turn that 1991 into a 2001. I don't know if you can do that, player,
bro.
Like, from the bench warmers, who is this? I am 12. Like,
bro, there must be. They make a bucket. Shout out to you, Dad.
Right? What?
How old is your son?
Is that your mama or your wife behind the concession stand? I can't tell.
Sir, your son's a freshman at this high school. Like you can't be here, sir.
No.
No, that's a fact. High school bad, but no, like the fundamentals and stuff like that to me is. I don't think they don't teach fundamentals really no more.
What specific fundamental?
You don't follow your shot no more. They literally don't teach you to follow your shot no more.
Because everybody getting.
It's all about percentage and frequency, right?
It's all about percentage. It's all about frequency. It's about how many shots you can get up, and it's about if you're gonna take that shot, you got to be able to get back on defense.
So they try to negate the low percentage shot by getting back on D quicker?
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I think your mic muted, kid. Kid, your mic muted.
I said, you remember the average, the saying used to be long shots equal long rebounds.
That's right.
You know, if I take a 3 and I chase that bad boy, everybody else is storming this way while I'm trying to go chase this shot.
Right.
The board is already up. So I'll be like, I mean, the game has changed significantly.
It's a different game, and I'll say this, right? At the NBA level, I think that's the difference, right? Like, I think there needs to be fundamentals to a certain point, and then when you get to the league, you can do what you want.
No, I think because it's just more variety amongst the teams bodes well. Like, okay, cool. The Bulls are the outlier because we have a player that dominates in the mid range. Cool. And it's not just like other teams who are playing the 3-point game. You have to have that in order to keep up with them. But playing differently makes other coaches and their staffs look at your team differently. So it's just the variety of play. Because it used to be more of a different look depending on what city you went into. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I think that's still the case
for different things.
Like I think the Midwest is still known for getting to the bucket. West Coast is known for shooting.
Right.
I don't know what New York is known for at this point. Well, handles probably.
Defense.
Yeah.
Handles probably. I would say New York is probably is more focused on breaking somebody down.
And tough nose defense.
Good guard play.
Good guard play. New York is known for good guard play. So it's still
average guard is 6'7" now.
Facts. As a freshman,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. He's 30. But
6'7". Where these giants are coming from, I don't understand.
It's the chicken nuggets, bro. I'm telling you. Chicken nuggets. Them Walmart chicken nuggets made 6'7" basketball players. That's what it is.
Telling me, hey, wait, are you telling me this entire time Tyson was telling the truth?
You mean to tell me this entire time you had the secret and didn't get none of the chicken nuggets?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
you just
I can't trust you. You're
what are you doing? You supposed to
Chicken
chicken nuggets to get us up
Hey, I
there.
don't know. I think they was hoping I was gonna play football, but I don't know. I like basketball better, and I like baseball better than that.
I
So
mean,
I was just
can you
doing it from
imagine
the
being
start.
6'7" and a tank as a receiver? You just messed the bag up all the way
I ain't,
around,
bro.
baby. Come on,
Hey,
man.
bro, that's where DK Metcalf came from, dog.
Tyson chicken nuggets. Tyson chicken nuggets was the key.
Chicken nuggets and pizza rolls, bro.
I need to get that Shannon Sharp workout. Y'all see Shannon Sharp post that picture for his
Bro.
B-Day?
Fam.
And he drink all the Hennessy he want to, boy. I need to get on that one.
Shannon Sharp never stopped working out. That's the
That's the
difference.
thing.
That's
But
the
at that level,
Shannon
you
wasn't
can't-
one of them athletes. Hey, by the way, speaking of athletes, and the big three is back. Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby.
That's all Roy. I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, bro.
It ain't natural. Nothing
Hey,
about that natural.
That's
I
scary.
think if we want, okay, I like that, and I do think that don't nobody bulk up that much, especially at his age. But I do think maybe his his athletic program while he was in the league was built to keep him fast at his position. And now he like, whatever, since I don't have to run and keep up with people, now I can just sit here and bulk up and be Minnie Mouse.
I mean,
I love how you give people the benefit of the doubt.
It's
like
not like Mike Bibby.
I appreciate that, kid.
Mike
I
Bibby
appreciate
look
that.
like
quality. You're gonna be a great shepherd. If you come back there with me, you did that joint.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm
did
saying.
He said, "Buck up, Dano, buck up,
Book him.
buck up, Dano."
Let me ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this. Let's try and
walk it out.
let's try and get this show back on the rails a little bit. I gotta drag that John back on here, man.
Hey, Pat lost it. He lost it. He lost it. He lost it. I caught him. I caught him. Yeah.
Yo,
Oh man.
goodness.
Let me ask y'all this, man. With free
Hey,
agency
yeah, for
starting
real.
up on Friday, and you know, kind of where this Bulls team is at currently. Who do you see them going after to try and round this team out? Right, like Zach doesn't leave you a lot of money.
Okay.
But you do have the mid-level exception. There still could be some trade involved. We could still see Kobe White not a Bull by the start of the season, although
He won't be.
I'm gonna tell you this right
Who's he
now.
working out with? He real quiet.
I think he's just working out by himself. But I or with his trainer. But I'll tell you this right now. Both AK and Billy Donovan kind of spoke very understandingly of Kobe's situation last year. And it's probably speaking to, you know, coach speak and all that. But I mean, Billy and AK were both just like, Hey, listen, he had to play the off guard, then he had to play the point guard, then he had to go to the bench, then he came off the bench, then he was and just that he was coming off an injury, came back from injury, all of this, all these different situations that he was in. And Billy said, listen, he handled it like a pro. It definitely caused some issues in his game, but hopefully he'll be able to bounce back and deal with it.
That's trade talk, dog. That's them giving you the situations as to why it wasn't what it should be, but he's a great player, nothing but a professional. That's trade talk, but get the heck up out of the Chicago Bulls. That's what that is.
Hey, I say this. It definitely could be, but this is the only thing that I question about it. AK talked about continuity. Now they did say, Bulls did say they're actively trying to trade Kobe. I think that's still happening, right? But again, you got to have a partner. You got to have a deal on the table. I don't think that it's we're getting rid of this dude because we think he's trash kind of deal. I think it's more of we're getting rid of this dude because we feel like another situation is going to help him more and we can get something back for him.
Charlotte jersey.
He should I think they definitely at a minimum gave him these are the things you need to work on in order to help the team, because this is where you fit specifically. But he should definitely be working out with the rest of the team.
Well, I mean,
know everybody not working out with DeMar, and I don't expect everybody.
NBA is different though, right? Like NBA is like you working with your trainers. Yeah. You working on something specific.
How old is he, by the way?
21,
22. What if he come back taller?
Kobe White is 23.
He's 23?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he might be done then.
Kobe White 22, I think. 21, 22, something like that.
And he's 6 foot what?
This my thing with it. I'm more along.
He under 25. It don't matter.
I'm more along the lines with Kid on the simple fact that I just feel like you had enough time to be here.
Kobe White 22. Dang, that boy was born in 2000.
Oh wow.
He's had
just mind blowing to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's actually wow.
Old.
It's always mind blowing to me, bro, just to hear that. Like, bro, you realize you were born in a year that Disney changed its opening logo?
And the first Little Brother album came out?
Hey, do you realize you were born in the same year the Dinosaur came out, brother? Do you realize that?
The Beat album by Common came out in 2000.
The Y2J bug?
Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying, bro?
The computer's going to take over.
Hey, bro, the Rock and Stone Cold was
bro, Muzz was really set up. Muzz don't even know if y'all young, bro. Like, Muzz was really sitting in their basement with canned foods, can openers, and water on New Year's Eve in 2000 because they thought the world was going in.
Muzz really like $1 million homes.
Hey, like being in the basement was gonna save you from the world ending.
Can you imagine if instead of doing that, they had invested their money in Amazon at that time when it was a book company?
Nah, you know what you got to do, man? You got to invest your money in savings bonds.
Let me get that time machine, Rick and Morty.
Bro.
Hey, you know what everyone invested in at that time? Enron.
Oh, yeah.
Enron, yep.
Enron was the Amazon of its time. It was one of the fastest growing companies. Everybody and their mama was trying to work there. Their salary for the janitor was 6 figures.
Boy,
they was cooking. They was cooking.
And they closed the club on Sunday. It was like,
I'm a sanitation engineer. I make $120 in 1999.
Wowzers.
Hey, he said, and they closed like the
club on Sunday, boy. They definitely did.
To me, dog.
Bro, you go
take
back,
it back,
like,
bro. Good Lord, take it back. Oh, but yeah, no. But my point in bringing up Kobe White wasn't to say that he's going to be a Bull, but more so to say that, right, like the Bulls are. He could be a piece in a trade deal. He could be a piece that gets moved. They might end up keeping him around. One or the other, right?
Would you have him participate in Summer League?
No.
But what?
He's year 3 now. My biggest thing is get through training camp.
Okay.
Get through training camp. That's all I care about with him.
My thing with it is this: like, I don't feel like he's going to be on the opening night roster because I'm more along the lines with Kid. Like, you've been here for 3 years, and you've legitimately, like, outside of a couple 30-point games, like, the handle was suspect. You can't really shoot like that. You can't play the 1. We put you on the bench. You couldn't produce for us off the bench. I need to move you out of here. Like I could still have continuity without you here. And I think like I'm with Kid. Like they're talking about him to try to move off him. And this man is not gonna be here. I can find somebody better. And I need to get you out of here.
I think
Need to get you out of here. I'm with you, bro.
This is the biggest question, right? This is the biggest question. Since we talking about it. Bulls start the season, Kobe White's on the roster. What if he has another season, having a training camp, having time to actually start the season right? He improves like he did last season.
Cool.
Kobe White improved in every metric.
That's even better.
He improved in every metric.
Because then it's the
and
Bulls.
if he improves again, you're talking about a player that's 17 points a game now off of your bench.
That's the Bulls' choice then.
Listen, if
His stock goes up, you can keep Marcelo.
If was
no, I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. No, his points per game went down. Oh, no, his shooting percentages went up. That's what it was. His shooting percentages went up because he wasn't starting no more. So he averaged 12 points a game. So 15 points a game, say. He's giving you 15 points a game off the bench. Just started the season. He's knocking down the shot, all of that.
Yeah,
moving him while stock is high.
No, if he plays better, the stock is higher.
The reason why I'm moving him is because I got too many young talent players that are coming up that just have it. They just have it. Like, the more we talk about Kobe White in the roster, the less minutes I see for Ayo. They split the minutes. I don't care what nobody say.
But Billy Donovan said today, he talked about Ayo playing point guard last season as well, and he said he expects him to continue to play that position. So you would be talking about a roster where Ayo's your 1, Kobe would be your 2. Caruso's probably
Dalen Terry because Dalen Terry comes in, supposedly a defensive minded kid. He's 6'7", he's longer. He may have more coordination. I mean, it's just too many things that he could come to the table with that just need some fine tuning that unfortunately Kobe just haven't got. Like I don't get the sob story of he was Garpax's pick and he had this coach, he had that coach. I mean, Zach got better every season. You know, it's good players, like as you say, Kareem always rises to the top. It's just an excuse. There's a whole draft class that didn't even get a training camp to look better than him. No, it's time to move. It's time to go. And it's no hate. Just not the opportunity for you. Put him on a young team where he can fight for some minutes. He could get a starting spot in Charlotte. I think he can fight for one.
Well, Charlotte might be a move anyway because they're not trying to bring back Miles Bridges. So there actually might be
Miles Bridges talking about he might go to Detroit. If they hook that up,
Detroit might look nice.
They might. I know we was joking about it, but they might be a playoff team.
I think the question with Miles Bridges, right, is Miles Bridges the piece that puts him over the top? Because Miles Bridges was supposed to be the number 2 out in Charlotte, and you want to talk about somebody disappearing when they needed the most, being the avatar. I mean, Miles Bridges looked awful over that last stretch of games for Charlotte, including
I thought he was the only person that looked good.
No, LaMelo was the only one that was looking good. In that game, Miles Bridges shot like 0 for 15 in that last game. I think he got like 6 points off of free throws in that last game or something like that.
What happened to old boy that came from Kansas?
That playing game, he was awful. No, because remember he got ejected, didn't he?
Is it Terrence Robinson?
Oh yeah, no.
He got ejected in that game, and he threw the mouthpiece and it busted a little girl in the side of the head, which is wild.
Hey.
But
yeah, a boy from Kansas, I can't remember, but he was a higher draft pick, I think. And he ended up going from getting traded from New Orleans to the Hornets, and then now
it's the same team. Oh, from the Pelicans to the Hornets?
Yeah, sorry, from the Pelicans to the Hornets.
It's not the same team. No, that's on me. Devontae Graham, you talking about?
Is it Devontae Graham?
He was a guard?
Because they didn't make the playoffs.
Devontae Graham.
No, they didn't.
But
no, they only made the play in.
They had him sitting on the end of the bench.
Yeah, he had 2 bad games. He was 9, he had 3 of 12 for 7 rebounds and 5 assists against Washington. That was a L. And he 12 points, 5 of 11 against ATL, and then he got ejected.
Yeah, but I mean, those were your 2 biggest games.
Atlanta could probably.
That's why I ask it, right? Like he's definitely
20 points a game.
Listen, he's definitely a player that
Julius Randle.
That's the question mark, right? That's the question. But if you're going to that Detroit team, remember we talked about it yesterday. Like if he's going to go to that Detroit team, you can't be Julius Randle because you got to be the savvy vet that's leading everybody where they need to go. I get you been in the league. How long you been in the league? What, 4 years? Yeah. This is year 4 for him. Like
I don't think 4 years gets you savvy vet status.
Yeah, but on that team it do because he's going to be one of the oldest tenured players on that team.
Well, not with a lean cut.
Well, the oldest.
He would be the oldest player on that team. And if you go out, because Miles Bridges is probably going to get offered based on the type of player that he is. He's probably going to get offered max money, and Charlotte's not going to match max money. He's going to get offered max money. He had a stretch where he was averaging like 25 plus a game, 7 rebounds a game. You know what I'm saying? Where he was really balling. It just didn't happen for him in the play-in. So if Detroit's going to get him, Detroit's offering him. You said what?
120 over 4.
Well, I don't know what his max is.
Yeah,
I hope I hope I'm not over speaking, but I think I wouldn't give him max.
Yeah,
max money.
I mean, but even if you look at it though, like Cade, so you got Cade, Ivy, Sadiq Bey, Bridges.
Is Bridges your 4?
Bridges and Durant.
Is Bridges your 4?
I'm taking that any day of the week. I'm taking that any day of the week.
I mean, if they get Bridges, they out on the Aiden sweepstakes. So
but
I think they're out on the Aiden sweepstakes anyway.
No, I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them not getting Aiden anyway because I mean if you got Durant, that's basically like he's going to get 8 to 10 points just off running the floor alone.
I mean, are you going 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan as your power forward?
Hey, why not?
I mean, if he give me 20,
like the draw on 6'7" for Patrick Williams is that he has a 7'1" wingspan.
What's that coach name? Dwayne something?
Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey. Hey, if anybody can get them together, it's Casey. I like him. I like Dwayne Casey.
I mean, I would say that, but he ain't got nothing together in the last. Hey,
show me that.
Hey, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing together in the last 6 years.
Hey, bro.
Hey, look, you gotta remember they fired him the year before.
They won the championship.
They won the championship. So they won the championship.
Won 20 year too.
Hey man,
2019, 2018.
Let Grandpa get the grandkids together.
They fired him.
He got when everybody drop off the kids at the same time, it take a little time to get everybody together. That's all I'm saying, man.
Hey, Detroit said, talk about loyalty, man. We out here. We gonna keep these mugs around. But so Bridges probably off the table. Bulls ain't offering him a big deal on that. So
Dwight Howard in a Bulls jersey. That's Dwight Howard. JaVale McGee is going to be out there. We're getting a big. We're getting a veteran big who could still give us high production to match with Vooch on the defensive end and on boards.
I like that.
Right now, I keep telling y'all this right now. Dwight Howard still got a lot to go.
Dwight Howard want to start though.
I would start Dwight Howard next to Vooch.
You might, but the Bulls won't.
Hey, we can always play 2K, bro.
I mean, no, I get I think Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Howard next to Vooch is nice. The thing is that Dwight is gonna come here and the Bulls are gonna say, we want you to be the big off the bench, and Dwight Howard want to start.
Hey, I like
Dwight Howard's gonna.
But you know why I like him off the bench though? It's gonna spell Vooch the same thing Andre Drummond did for Joel. That's exactly what's gonna happen if Dwight comes here. I don't think he should start, and unless Mitchell Robinson or Nick Claxton is gonna take less money to come here after they get Dwight, then I could see him starting. But nah, I would want Dwight coming off the bench if he came here.
Let me throw a name at y'all. And Hayes hit me with this. I want to make sure I give him credit because I know he's listening. He's going to be like, Pat took my tape. He think he's smart. You dang right. But no, Hayes hit me with this name, and it was a name that I was very interested in. It's a name that we've talked about when we watched him play that we both liked, that we all liked, honestly. I think actually all of us might have been on that live call when we played the Clippers. No, me, because that's when DeMar came back. No, maybe I was by myself on that one. I don't know. I got to go back and look. But Isaiah Hartenstein.
Who?
Thank you.
Backup big.
Kind of slept on.
You know. I'll say this. You know exactly who he reminds me of? Your boy that you want out in
Jacopoto?
Jacob.
Reminds me of Jacopoto, but as a backup big. I feel like I said his name. No, I said it right. Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein is now. Here's the thing. Hartenstein is a advanced analytics. You love him. He's got like the 15th. He's tied for 15th best PER in all of the NBA. He's a very efficient player off of the bench. Whenever he got 23 to 25 minutes, he was giving you a double-double. That's basically what you want on this team. And I'm talking about a 12 and 10 double-double. I'm not talking about a 12 and 5 or a 22 and 10 double-double out here.
What team he played for again?
The Clippers.
He was on the Clippers last season.
But you know what though? My only
about 17 minutes a game, 8 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 62% from the field.
Hey, he's 24. He's
24 years old.
Oregon. He's 7 foot nothing, 250 pounds.
7 foot nothing is a wild way to say he's a 7 footer. I want y'all to understand that 7 foot nothing, like he's short, and 250 pounds. No, but. He was a guy that I looked at, and I want to say versus the Bulls, he actually had a good game. Let me see, because it was one of the last games. He did not. He only took 4 shots, 4 rebounds. Or 4 shots, 4 points, 4 rebounds.
Hey, shout out to him.
Tell me what this kid does good again.
Bruh, he's a perfect backup big. He's a solid guy, averages about a block a game, I believe. Comes in there, doesn't cost
average a block a game.
Doesn't cost you a ton of money.
Hey.
You can get him on part of your mid-level exception and still go out and get a shooter, because you can split the mid-level exception. So you can get him for about $5 to $6 million. You still have about $4 million to work with that you can go get another guy on that mid-level exception. He comes in, nice backup big, solid player, nothing flashy. I'd say now that it might be disrespectful to him, but a player to jog Bulls fans' memories that I think he could be like, where he just comes in, does his job, and goes home. Omer Sheik.
Oh, I was gonna say Brad Miller.
Yeah, no, that was not.
Brad Miller was starting though.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But Hartenstein, also a player. This is the thing, right? You don't want to just have backup capability. Hartenstein could come in and start and give you 12 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah, he could. My only thing.
Hey man, give him a call. He probably in Oregon.
Where is the proof that he can give you 12 and 10?
My only thing with that is this.
In the games where he plays more than 23 to 25 minutes and gives you 12 and 10.
Vooch is working with Marco. So I'm
what is Marco?
Yeah.
At this point, you gotta.
We don't know, but at the same time, that's signaling to me.
Hold on, but if he
that Eversley at least wants to see him get some type of tick.
But we can play with a larger line. We can play with a larger lineup. We can play with the 4 or 5. Like, okay, cool. If P will start, you can have Buddy come off the bench or Marco come off the bench.
See, this is my problem with that 4 or 5 though. Off the bench, I think now, especially with what you see with a lot of teams, is you gotta, one of them has to be able to shoot the 3.
You've got 2.
Like now,
if Marco can play, if Marco can play, you've got 2.
If Marco can play, so
if Marco can come into the NBA and be mid is him being able to shoot the 3.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Marco at least got to be able to come in and shoot the 3. Cause you can't have both of them in the paint.
Marco gotta come and play with the big kids first. They ain't even let him off the playground yet.
That's what I said. I said, we talk about Marco because Bulls fans love to talk about Marco, and I be trying to hype him up. But we talk about Marco like Marco's time in the NBA wasn't him getting dunked on.
He's still on. He's still on JV, looking like sitting with the varsity squad. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't it a game we was calling? And I was like, "Hey, Marco's in the god dang Marco, bro." I'm telling you, bro. I think there was. I don't remember if this is facts or not. Somebody fact check me. But I swear there's a game where Marco gets in the game. He inbounds the ball. The ball gets stolen, and he's just under the bucket.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Bo.
He just got to get. He just got to get savvy.
I swear that play happened this season.
You gotta get savvy.
All I'm saying is this: it's a reason. It's a reason why the.
What he do, kid? What he do, kid? Hey, it was like the opening scene of Johnny Quest, bro.
Stupid.
It's a reason why the Bulls didn't get EJ Liddell. I feel like, and that's because I feel like
I think that might be Justin Lewis.
Everly.
Did y'all look at this tape today?
Oh, y'all seen it?
I dropped a video on that one.
I seen it. I seen it. But
You think what happened?
I said I think the reason that we didn't get EJ Liddell is because we saw Justin Lewis being undrafted and going undrafted. I understand that he played at Marquette, but what I saw on tape translates very well in the NBA. Now you got to be able to do it right, but like if you're knocking down shots over 6'9" dudes that are closing out on you and they this far with a hand in your face and you still jaying it up, looking them in the eye, I'm assuming that's going to translate pretty well to the NBA.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I hope so.
like it's still Marquette, right? So it's less talent, but it's really like you're not playing schools as good.
You got Jay Crowder that came out of Marquette, and of course Dwayne Wade came out of Marquette. I'm not mad at Marquette.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade, bro. Dwayne Wade. Everybody in Chicago just went, ugh.
The man for Robbins, man, he can play. I don't care what he did in Chicago. I don't care now.
I can imagine you saying that with the LeBron James accent. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
I can just imagine you saying it like that now.
Hey, when Dwayne Wade became Dwayne Wade. It's just I'll say this, right? There's an interesting dynamic on the Bulls right now where Marco might be a factor. You hope he's a factor. You hope AK didn't. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, right? Like, I also want us to understand. They talk about Marco like Marco was a top 10 pick. Marco was pick 60.
It's just crazy when you wait on.
Nah, he was probably higher than that. He was probably like pick 50 something.
It's just you build anticipation when you wait on a guy. So it's like, cool. You don't do a European player any you don't do him any like favors by making us wait 2 years for him.
No. That's not why people are hype on Marco. People are hype on Marco because Marco was selected in the second round around the same spot that Nikola Jokic was. And they think that AK is going to replicate what he did with Nikola Jokic with Marko Semenovic. The difference was Nikola Jokic didn't have a Nikola Mirotic standing in front of him his rookie year, and that Denver team was terrible. So he had no choice but to go out there and play.
Oh no!
The biggest question mark around Marko Semenovic being on this team, and the reason why I think the Bulls need to go get a backup big like an Isaiah Hartenstein or somebody out there, JaVale McGee, I would love, but I think he's going to stay in Phoenix because now he's basically going to be the starting big, and he's going to live off of Chris Paul out there. But the reason I think you need to go get that guy is I want y'all to understand this. We started a 6'4" player at power forward last year.
Yeah.
The entire season, we started a dude who was 6'4", played great at the power forward position, but we had so little faith that Marko Semenovic could play defense at the NBA level or could give you something on the defensive end at the NBA level that we played a shooting guard at power forward. And when that shooting guard needed rest days, we put in another shooting guard at power forward. So Marco gets no slack from me. I hope he can be a player, but you need to show me that. And I can't start the season saying, oh, he might show me. Because if I don't have a rim protecting big on this team, and even if he does show me, he's still not a rim protecting big. But if I don't have somebody down there that's also going to give me some size, you're in trouble coming into this season.
Yeah, I said he definitely should be playing summer league, but they need to throw him in early.
Oh, he going in? He playing summer league.
He'll
play summer league
too.
Well, he's gonna play summer league because they. I think Io and P. Will aren't playing summer league this year.
They'll practice with the team, but they're not the summer league team. They said.
Yeah, they're gonna practice, but they won't be playing. They just gonna basically be there. Which, hey, when is summer league?
No clue.
Trip to Vegas?
Good question.
Trip to Vegas, boys? Little Vegas trip? Catch a game?
Catch a game.
I'm good.
Hey, the
with
tickets is
What?
like what, $10?
Oh, getting in is the easy part. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you get in for $10 and get to watch all the games, dog.
it. July 7th and ends on July 17th.
That's a quick turnaround for a trip to Vegas. Any weekend games?
I mean, it's 10 days. So it's going to be 2 sets of weekend games.
Yeah, I'm saying, do the Bulls play any weekend games though? Because you know how summer league go. You know how summer league go, bro. It'd be a game at like 9 in the morning. You'd be like, "What's happening right now? I just woke up. Why is there Bulls basketball on right now? The Bulls are playing the Knicks. Like, what's happening?"
The tickets are like, I mean, the most expensive tickets are like $200.
That ain't bad.
That's because summer league is decent now, though.
Oh.
Summer league is decent now. Summer league reminds me of not Drew League, kind of like not. What is it? What I said, the rookie sophomore game, but they actually play defense.
That's a fact.
That's what summer league remind me of. Like you get to see them go at it, but they actually play defense.
I'm not mad at the ticket prices though, because you get the once you buy the ticket, you get to stay.
Yeah, you getting in there for like 4 or 5 games, which I don't know if I want to do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a long day, especially in Vegas. I'm gonna go see my team and I'm gonna get out of there.
That's about it.
Hey, I don't know if I want to see all them rookies that bad, bro. How much beer they say? How much is beer in there? You know what I mean?
That's
That's the
Vegas, though, baby.
Hey,
Unless you get it.
That's that. Hey, no, kid. That's the main reason why I don't want to stay in there all day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, unless you get a seat by the friends and family section.
Hey, I was
Nah, but never mind. Let me shut up.
I was gonna say the one thing I want to see just for the show's sake. I want to see Bulls versus Heat in Summer League just so Marco could go up against Nikola Jovic.
That would be good.
But let Jovic dog this man. Kid is never gonna let us live that down.
I mean, it don't bother me. I mean, again, Jovic was picked what?
27.
Marco was in the second round. That's the other thing, right? Like if Marco Seminovic don't work out, he was a second round pick.
Yeah.
Nah, but this is the
Second round picks don't work out legitimately every season.
Yo, I think I would want to go because Scottie Pippen Jr. and Sharif O'Neal are playing.
Yeah, I think they got summer league deals. I think Sharif got a summer league deal. Scottie Pippen got a 2-way, didn't he?
Now he got a summer league deal as well.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what Scottie Pippen Jr. got. I want to see if he got it.
He's decent.
Decent. I don't think he's NBA ready.
Hey.
I think he's got to sign with a G League.
I hope
team.
he brought his Gucci flip flops though.
Jesus Christ, bro. You gonna do that's his dad, bro. And his mom. Is that mom's? Is Larsa mom?
That's his mom. Hey, dog.
Hey,
he
bro.
has the worst. I'd be in his head all day. All day. I'll throw this Gucci flip flop at you when I'm done, son. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You see these Gucci flops at your front door? That's bad disrespect.
What did he say? You see the pit bulls
the first bar I'm coming in hot. If I'm first off, when I talk trash, right? This is why I don't talk trash when I play ball with most mugs. Because when I talk trash. I'm gonna go for the jugular first.
Because they want to fight you.
But if you want to fight me at the opening bucket, guess what? You just want to fight me at the opening bucket. Now you ejected in the first quarter. Perfect. But
Pat need to be playing.
this is the thing. I'm gonna hit you with I'm finna be in your head all day, just like Future. Anyway, I just joke in some Gucci flip flops.
Hey, nah, just hit him with that. Hey, bro, you can sign my slide after the game.
Jesus, that's a tough one. And you drop them off too. If you drop them off, if you drop them off,
you can sign my slide after the game. You can sign my slide after the game. It's cool. I'll make sure we.
And Adidas
you know what it is?
And
It's
Adidas got
too
the
much
Gucci collab too,
bro. There's too much ammunition on that, bro. That's the front. There's too much ammunition on that, bro.
Dropping these kids off just like Future did.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. Well, let me ask y'all this, right?
To the studio to record after this game.
Oh yeah, I'm meeting Future at the studio after this game. So
he gotta hold that.
Hey, I'll tell you this though, bro. Hold on. Where's my camera at? Where's my camera? Here we go. Hey, Scotty. Young Scotty. If anybody talk trash on that level and you don't drop 55 on their head, this league ain't for you, bro.
Yeah, you better stand like your daddy.
This league ain't for you, bro. Hey, I want Muzz to go back and look at the game where KG told Melo that his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Bro. But just imagine though, like he get to the league and you know Pat Bev is mad wild. Pat Bev be one to dog.
Oh, it's some trash talkers that's gonna get him.
Hey, you can get at Pat Bev too. He got a bad one over there too.
Nah, dog. But that's universal around the league. You got Pat Bev, you got Ja talking slick. The whole Grizzlies roster, dog.
Yeah, he gotta hold that.
Draymond gonna say something.
Ja gonna be talking crazy.
He gotta hold that, man.
Dog, like,
let the young man get to that level.
I'll be honest with you. The older heads, that's different. But if I'm him and Ja walk up to me, like you cool and all, and I mean you flat. I get you. You know they crown you as this very exciting player, but you still skinnier than a pole, and I'm gonna still lay you out. Like disrespect is disrespect. If I'm Scottie Pippen Jr., look, I'm already rich. You had to work for this. So at this point, I'm gonna slap 5 off you regardless. You can try it if you want to. We
gonna come in like Coach Carter's son.
Hey, we've already had this money. You knew time. What you want to do? How about this? You was able to finally afford some Gucci flip flops. Huh? I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm still snapping.
Hey. It's just the only player in the league that Scottie Pippen Jr. could swing on, and he weighs more than him. So that's the best one to fight.
What's his natural position?
Grizzlies roster gonna get on that with him though.
What's his heel point guard?
They definitely about that.
Scottie Pippen Jr. is I believe is a point.
Grizzlies ain't about nothing.
What?
Them boys is sitting there talking tough and stuff like that. Them boys ain't gonna bust a grape in the face.
I feel like Ja.
I feel like Ja will, but I feel like Ja gotta hone it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said this before. Like, hey Ja, you saying stuff like you don't play on an NBA team, bro.
Nah, but
you gotta relax. Hey, Ja told a random dude on Twitter, these hollow tips don't got names or something like that. I was like,
that's internet talk though.
What?
They live on the internet, bro.
That's just Memphis.
Bro,
that's just some Memphis grimy stuff. He ain't finna shoot no hollow tips. Now he can afford to send somebody your way. Now he can afford to do that. But I mean, if you really
this the thing. This the thing though.
You need somebody to pull this point. You need somebody.
You can't put that. You can't put that on Twitter. What if buddy just end up dead?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be smarter than this, my boy.
Somebody got to pull a Gilbert just to see though.
Ja might pull a Gilbert.
Like, dog. All right. You say you got
that.
One, Ja's father is Usher's stunt double. He will not be allowing that.
Ja,
you know what the other thing? Since we talk about people talking reckless, let's get to something with some substance, if y'all don't mind. How did y'all feel about Draymond Green calling Kendrick Perkins a coon on a real pod that got an actual, like he called him a coon on the Athletic, basically, or whatever network he is.
Yeah,
and they aired it.
Oh wow.
I'll say that.
You go from
I think that's Bron, though, right? So they could do.
No, but they said his basis for calling him a coon is because he was acting like Skip. Correct. No, I think his point was the fact that he actually played, so he could talk that talk. You already made it. You're a journalist who used to play.
Nothing for you to call him a coon.
Here's the thing. So this all stems from the beef,
the jail outfit
that he just had with, or not beef. I shouldn't say beef, but the fact that he just said that he wished that when he was playing, he wished that LeBron tore his ACL. Said that on the JJ Redick podcast because they were going into a game 7. He thought that LeBron was going to put him out the playoffs, which I think they ended up winning the series anyway, but he didn't think they stood a chance. He hoped he woke up the news that LeBron had tore his ACL. Draymond took that as you wishing downfall on one of the best players of all time's career, blah, blah, blah. You trying to get these hot takes off. You cooning. Draymond, to me, takes it too far because new media's whole thing is to put out an understanding of the game of basketball
from a player's
perspective, say what you mean, actually have some substance behind it and some credibility to prove it. You telling me Kendrick Perkins is the only person that's ever wished that? Kendrick Perkins is the only one that had the gall to say it out loud. And here's the thing. He didn't even walk back the statement. Like JJ was trying to be the professional one to tell him to walk back this statement. Listen, whatever he said, and I'm all for you. I'm not for wishing ill will on people, hoping that people's careers end and things like that. Like, I think that takes it a little bit far, but I'm also not naive enough to believe that Kendrick Perkins is the only person in the NBA that's ever felt this way. That Kendrick Perkins is the only person in the NBA that said there's no way we're going to beat this mug tomorrow. He literally said, I was scared of LeBron. Guess what? There's a lot of people that were scared of LeBron putting them out of the playoffs. Like, this is nothing new. So like, I'm trying to figure out, right, like, what Kendrick said. He didn't say I was going to take LeBron out. He didn't say I was going to hit LeBron in his knee and take out his ACL. He said, I hoped I woke up the news that LeBron had tore his ACL. Is he wishing on his downfall? Yeah. But it didn't happen.
Yeah. And plus, if you want to think about it, Kendrick Perkins was probably the last era before this friendship era. Before everybody was buddy and cool and they cool off the court, they kick it, and then they just happen to play basketball against each other. Kendrick Perkins was on a team where they was ready to go to war
with each other
and meant it. So him talking about, I wish this man had like woke up to that news. That's because he really didn't care about this man's state of being at the time. He was trying to win a playoff game. And Draymond come from a time where, like, okay, cool, he playing with his friend.
I do understand ultimately what Kendrick Perkins was communicating, and I ultimately agree with what Draymond was saying. Is like, realistically, you have these hot takes and stuff like that, but you go up there and you put on these theatrics, like the jail outfit and stuff like that, and you know how much he was talking about how. Like, I didn't like Kendrick for how he handled the KD situation. I didn't like how he doubled down on Kyrie the way he did. I thought that was mad disrespectful. He said, if you put Kyrie's brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards. I thought that was mad disrespectful.
Like
that, if that ain't some style,
but for me though,
def mad disrespectful. But it's funny.
I didn't find it funny because it was coming from someone who didn't sound too bright.
No, like,
and it was coming. I'll say this because he didn't sound too bright, and his whole take was just wrong. Like, no one ever talks about that. Everyone talks about, like, he was talking about Kyrie in the bubble at the time that he said it, and you know Kyrie's reasons for saying it, and all Kyrie had really voiced was the same thing that another player had said in regards to, like, if we're having so many issues in regards to whether or not we should play, why are we struggling with it? We should start our own league then. Like, and at the time and at the time period we were in and what was happening, it wasn't a far off statement to make, considering what was actually happening at the time. So it was just interesting that, he was on record saying it in confidence, realistically, but he's not the only player that ever said it.
Yeah.
In fact, J.R. Smith just was on, what was it, I Am Athlete? Yeah. Talking about we got all this bread. How come we ain't doing some of this stuff? And he was talking about training facilities and stuff like that. But I mean, like, realistically, it's the same conversation. Like, we got all this bread. We make $200+ million a piece. And what we doing? So what makes JR's conversation realistically better than Kyrie's? Well, you just don't like the player. You don't like the person, and that's cool. But just stand on the fact that you don't like the player or the person.
And it's still kind of ridiculous the scrutiny that comes for Kyrie when really he just uses his right to have autonomy over his health and wellness as a professional athlete that a lot of other players continue to have. Like we talk about, and we credit LeBron and everybody else, and those like him who have spent $1 million. Like I spent $1 million on my body alone. Of course, I'm gonna be wary of what goes in it, and that's his right. My thing is, it's the line where people want to make them be examples to other people, and that's why they've demonized him, and he hasn't been able to get out of that. Not to mention the fact that, you know, you have the sports aspect where you didn't put team above self, and then you get those purists who are going to stand on that soapbox. But I'm like, one, we have to let this man live. Two, when it comes to like sports fodder, that's going to continue to be a narrative that they're going to run away with and kind of build with and try to, you know, gain an audience of. So I think it's yet to be seen where, to get back to the point with Draymond and Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins, I believe, is following a model that Stephen A has built and Chuck has built, as far as just being,
say what you want, say what you feel.
As far as being black men with an opinion that is kind of far left or right, depending on where you
Not
stand.
really. I think if you go back and you look at Kendrick Perkins on a lot of his takes, Kendrick Perkins be right. He just don't sound smart. Cause he's got a long draw, and mugs look at him and they say you sound stupid. It is definitely he's talking like he talk back. But Kendrick Perkins, if you go look at through some of his takes, like of course he's got his that are like, okay, Kendrick, I don't know about that one, right? But Kendrick be right.
But so
Kendrick was the
what's the difference between him and Chuck then?
Chuck
is as southern as it gets as well.
Chuck is beloved.
Like
Chuck has been beloved. You got your mic muted, kid. Chuck has been beloved since he was
true
in the league. For Chuck is beloved because Chuck has always been the same player, right? This is a new thing for us with Kendrick Perkins because with Kendrick Perkins was never one of the best players in the league. He never had an opportunity to be outspoken, right? Like true. He was viewed as one of the better big men in the league, and I don't know what his new this new narrative has come from where like, oh, you wasn't that good because you didn't score that much. That's not what big men were asked to do back then. Dwight Howard was one of the few in the league at that time that was putting up 20 plus. No, that's what Draymond's take is.
He didn't rebound well either. He didn't do a lot of things well. He didn't.
But he didn't
do a lot.
He was an enforcer on that Celtics team.
That's all he was being asked to do. Be big, be an enforcer. Yeah. Like that was a normal big man position back then.
But my thing,
he clowns Draymond, who's actually being asked to be the enforcer, play tough, play a hit above your weight class almost. That's all Draymond does, and he does it better than Kendrick did.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't mean that like there's a lot of players that didn't have the talent to play at that level. It doesn't mean that they can't assess the game well. Yeah, I'm saying like Kirk Heinrich is never one of the best point guards of all time. I would love to see how he sees the game though.
Well, he's solid player,
and that's all Kendrick was. Solid. Kendrick was just solid on that Celtics team. All
Kendrick
they needed
was not a solid Jared like Kirk Heinrich.
But no, he's not on the same level as Kirk Heinrich. But he also didn't have to be. He had 3 Hall of Famers standing next to him, right?
So do you put Kendrick Perkins along with players like Eddie House and
I put
some of them other world players?
No. Kendrick Perkins was a player that fit a role.
So he stood out.
That's all he was there to do. Perk wasn't there to do nothing but fit a role. He was there to be big. He was there to grab rebounds, block shots. That's all.
I'm really interested to see which team he had more of an impact on, the OKC team or the
Celtics team?
Nah, it's the Celtics because he already said that he basically had to force KD and Russ to basically get along, and they were just doing it while he was there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think my whole point with this situation was just like I just felt like he shouldn't have made the statement on the pod, which is why JJ told him to walk it back because.
But see, I hate walking back.
As an athlete,
He's a former athlete.
As a former athlete,
he is media now.
In those locker rooms,
he don't have to be in the locker room.
That's really not finna carry over well. And I think to Draymond's point, it's like why do we continuously try to attack if it's not, because at that point it's not basketball. You talking about, and that's basically what he said. Like if you talking about, I wish
he's telling you a story from when it was basketball though.
But
I get what you're saying.
But even then, that's
somebody livelihood, bro.
That's bread.
Hold up. But this the thing. What do we ask these mugs to do? What do we ask these mugs to do? As former players, what do we ask them to do?
Keep it 100.
Right there.
Keep it 100.
Be honest. Because Kendrick Perkins was honest. And when JJ,
Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson have set that level.
Yeah,
they keeping it a buck, and I like them two are up there with like literally like we telling the stories. Mugs got guns, smoking weed and playing and everything. They keeping it a buck. So he took it to a different level. My only gripe with these two is that Draymond is a current player. Perkins is a former player. Draymond still got political connects.
What?
Perkins don't. It don't matter. He can say what he said, and he ain't worried about seeing LeBron. He not worried about. I don't know if he's worried about an interview, but he's still representing the brand, which is ESPN. But he ain't. They done messed up. They route with some players already. But Draymond can only say so much because he's still in it. Perkins can tell stories. From
Draymond stay alive. If you listen to Draymond podcast, Draymond tell you a lot.
He do, but I'm saying it's still some. He not saying
Draymond tell you the truth. Draymond be like,
he's not telling like everything.
Hey, this is the thing. When Draymond went at Pat Bev on what he said on ESPN, he never said Pat Bev was wrong. Right. He just said you went about telling it the wrong way.
and he said they basically like tried to force him into making that statement.
And here's the
they knew that they was trying.
But that's a perfect example.
Even that though. That's not facts. They didn't try to force Pat Bev into making no kind of statement. Pat Bev made that statement because Pat Bev made that statement. This is the thing. When you choose sides, you're not being 100% about it. You're trying to pick a side in every fight, and you're trying to say this is what it is, and this is new media side, and y'all are on old media side, and so you have to stay over there. I have to stay over here. So no matter what, I have to defend new media. No. If you're not able to see between the lines and it's black and white, then you're not really giving a true assessment of it. And when it come back, and here's the thing, right? This is the biggest thing for me, right? I don't care if you go to saying that I'd have been cool with him being like, you a hoe for calling him that.
Do we got some breaking news? We got some breaking news.
Ooh. What you got?
John Wall is entering a buyout with the Rockets and becoming an unrestricted free agent.
Did he reach it?
According to Chris Haynes, they're securing a buyout.
Let me see.
I actually saw this on Twitter, and then it's confirmed in our Discord too.
Let's see. Let me check the Discord.
Yeah, NBA on TNT is reporting it too. John Wall will secure a buyout with the Houston Rockets to become an unrestricted free agent, per Chris Haynes.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to that. We'll get into that in a second.
Chris Haynes from Yahoo Sports.
Let's close out this one and talk about that a little bit because that's interesting. That's a whole new dynamic.
If I could have parting words on that one, I would say the whole ordeal with Draymond Green kind of really going at Nick Wright, I absolutely loved how he picked that apart.
Well,
He
I mean,
went
that's
from-
a whole different thing right there.
he went from, hey, you all tear people down. You done hitched your wagon to this boy. This boy can't do nothing wrong. Like, he can go 1 for 19. You're gonna say it was the best one is the best 1 for 19 ever in history. It's like, yeah, Nick Wright, you definitely got to remove the job strap from your mouth. Like, you got to do something because
But
on
see,
God, it don't be sounding right. And Nick Wright has had come back on, has retorted a couple things with Draymond. He called him Colin Cowherd's employee and stuff like that, and he's trying to get real buck with it and stuff like that, but he really can't. Like, Nick Wright to sit there and say, I haven't been wrong about much. Like, no, you've been wrong about a whole lot. And the bias is just amazing. Like, if LeBron can't do anything wrong, LeBron can sit there and have 10 turnovers in the game. You're gonna sit there and say no one caught the passes.
You know what I say about Nick Wright though? I give him credit on this.
He's consistently wrong.
He's the first LeBron fan that has gotten famous being like that. Like, think about how many Jordan fans have gotten famous being like that.
No. Skip
got famous being a Mike fan.
Skip is a closet Bron fan.
Skip hates Bron though. Skip hates
is
him,
a closet Bron fan, but he's a Mike fan that got him. That's how Skip got on being a Mike fan. It was the Mike versus Kobe thing for a while, and then it was LeBron.
Yeah,
ended up being LeBron for a good minute. So
my only thing with media, it is room for every media type.
There is,
but I think a lot of media,
you good, my boy?
A lot of the media is trying to jump on the barbershop style of media that has become popular with most of the media personalities that look like us. But there are many lanes. So my thing is, everybody don't have to put on that barbershop hat. We're not trying to see hair cuttery on TV. We want to see those who go to the barbershop who talk that talk like that. But if you go to the hair cuttery, stick with with the run of the mill journalism and do your thing. Everybody don't have to have a hot take. Let's get back. The ground level of media is, first of all, being accurate, having credible sources, and getting the proper information. It has become funny where the people we go to for certain information who are insiders have different take or different blurbs that they'll put out, like on draft night where we had Woj and my man Shams put out two different.
Nah, he was right though. They both was right though.
I know, but it still was funny because it was like it was back to back on the timeline where you like, oh cool, who has it? But the credibility is my point.
Yeah. Make
yourself credible. Being famous for being wrong only gets you so far. Being credible where it starts.
And this is the thing too though, just going back to the draft night point, like Muggs was like tallying it up because they just did the first round. Like they said Shams had 19 and Woj 11. Like
Shams been watching Woj.
It's just crazy to me because I feel like now it's getting to a point where like some of these like people that we wait on their reports on Twitter is kind of like TMZ versus whoever because they trying to be right, and some of those people in trying to be right is messing stuff up. We seen Woj do it. Like Shams ain't did it, but we've seen Woj do it. We've seen Shefty do it.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people do it to the point. I feel like it's just like now, like I mean it's getting out of hand. I just want us to get back to like, yo, if it don't got nothing to do with the actual topic we talking about, and you trying to get personal, bro. Like, why are you here?
I'm not on
some of this Kyrie stuff.
Yeah, the personal gets too far for me,
and everything like that. It's just getting out of hand, dog.
The personal gets too far for me when they go at Kyrie on his personal decisions, and the fact that they haven't gone at the Brooklyn Nets at all, and that's the most mind blowing part.
It's not their fault.
Bro, the whole reason Kyrie even came back is because Brooklyn literally was like, "Hey, we losing. We need help. Can you come play now?"
Right.
Which is a wild thing to say. Like, oh, his health and safety didn't matter no more, but it mattered at the beginning of the season
because they played both sides. They were actively driving his stock down. Wilt's begging him for help. they like that. Their part in playing
when
that.
you really look at that whole situation, and I'm of course somewhat biased because I'm a Kyrie fan. I've always
Let's not say somewhat.
Somewhat. No, when he's wrong, he's wrong. But at the same time, it's like I'm one who looks at all the nuances of a situation before I can sit there and.
You remember that 4 hours when Kyrie was wrong? That was a crazy time.
Hey.
4 hours.
Hey, it was one show. There was one show. Hey, there was one show when Kid was like, I can't agree with you on this, Kyrie. And then literally the next show, Kyrie came out with a new statement. He was like, I'm back in.
I'm back in. Hey, listen, it was that one show. But guess what? I didn't sit there and get cooked for an hour behind it because I know how to get out.
Hold on, let me get this point out.
But like, you know what? It's different things. Like you got to look at how, he talked about how they were calling Russell Westbrook. And initially I was like, because I called him that at one point. But then I really thought about it. That is mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because mad disrespectful because he shot better than Steph in the regular season.
And averaged a triple-double for 3 to 4 years. This is a big feat. Anyway, my bad.
I want y'all to understand some. For everybody that got smoke on me with Westbrook not being the level of point guard that I think he is, and for Westbrook, I'm for Russ. That's my Kyrie. Like how Kid got it. Like that's the dude I'm gonna defend no matter what. I want y'all to go look at y'all favorite 2-guard. Shall I say outside of Michael Jordan's shooting percentages for his career. I rest my case.
Hey, and
James Harden's shooting percentage is horrible.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about James Harden. I was talking about the man, the myth, the legend, the question or the answer. You know what I'm saying? Mr. AI shooting percentage. Go look at that for a career.
Hey, no, don't do
that. Hey, listen. Hey,
my guy.
What's that career percentage like?
Hey,
0.42.
He got me one.
0.42. It's bad.
Hey, he's a shooting guard at least.
My man Westbrook, the day after Nipsey died, got a 20, 20, and 20 at will.
This? I'm gonna do y'all one better.
At will.
Do y'all know what James Harden shot last season? Don't look it up. Do you know what he shot? Last season, what was his shooting percentage?
44%.
No, probably I would say probably 36%.
I'll give him 33.
41.4.
Oh wow.
Overall, not from 3.
Oh my God.
Overall.
41.4 overall.
But he shoot jumpers.
He was shooting all jumpers.
Hey, he finna get so much money.
And Joel finna play one game. Look at him and be like,
he finna get so much.
When he got to Philly, guess what his shooting percentage was? So that's what he shot overall.
Bro, he didn't take 20 shots until
he shot 40% in Philly.
That's crazy. Shout out to him.
So to be honest with you, he shot like Kobe White.
That man.
But we call him Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Come on.
I don't know. Kobe White. Let's see. What did Kobe White shoot? I don't think he did shoot like Kobe White.
White shot like 45%.
Yeah, Kobe White shot like 45%, right? Yeah, I mean, like
Kobe White shot 43%. Last season, the season before, he's 41.6.
Wow.
Hey, he shot worse than Kobe White's worst season.
Wow. Hey man, shout out to Westbrook, man.
Kobe White's worst season is
they put some respect back on your name.
Is what?
His worst Kobe White's worst season is like 39%.
What was that, his rookie year?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Russ shot 44%.
Which also isn't good, but
it's not that
great. Russ gives you a lot more than all them mugs.
It's not that great, but it ain't 40% when I'm supposed to sit there and I'm involved with 2 blockbuster trades in a year.
Yeah.
James
man,
but he said blockbuster trades in 1 year.
Hey man, but remember, he wasn't focused on offense in his last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
so
I don't care what he was focused on. He needed to be focused on helping Joel Embiid and staying out of the club. But unfortunately, he wasn't.
I've been trying to get my body right. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get my body right for the last 2 years.
Hey, let James do both. Man.
Hey, I just want y'all to know when Lil Baby drop again, I'll be in the club.
I'm saying, listen, I ain't saying nothing. I don't care what James Harden does off the court, but on the court, it's bad. It looked bad. but I don't hear none of those media members trashing James Harden that way. It's just Westbrook.
Stephen A was trashing James Harden.
But
Stephen A was eviscerating James Harden.
Is it a possibility that the field has caught up to James?
Is
it a possibility?
This is the thing though. He don't got the same clip that he got for a Kyrie that he got for a Kyrie though. It's not that clip is not the same, dog.
That's because James is on the court.
Bro,
the only clip that he actually gave James Harden was when Kyrie intentionally cooked him. When Kyrie went there and intentionally cooked that man in Philly, that's the only time I saw Stephen A. was
nah. Stephen A. was cooking him in the playoffs because he was like, "How you not helping at all? They traded everything for you." And you, quiet. I think, wasn't it a game he put up like 10 points or something like that?
He'd be unusually quiet.
He put up like 10 points. He had a horrible shooting percentage. And Mo was like,
but that's like, that's why I said James Harden is like Rodman in that sense. You better let that man go to Vegas. If he not in the strip club, he don't play well. You better let that man go.
No.
Hey, he been in the strip club. He still ain't played well.
They lost by 30.
But they be looking for everybody to go 0 dark 30 like LeBron do during the playoffs. No social media, no nothing for them to go. Because they tried to get Draymond on the same thing.
LeBron was 0 dark 30 and didn't even make the play-in. So it don't even matter.
Yeah, but the difference
playoff
is
mode was activated mid-season. He still came up short.
Hey, but that's tough. He came up short of the play.
You gotta hold
my
it.
man came short of the play-in.
They added 2 extra teams and you couldn't make it.
My man came in with a fresh haircut and everything just to be on 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Shout out to that lace front, brother. But the thing that I'll say, this is my thing about the media going at players and stuff like that. One, people have become entirely too sensitive because they get their favorite players and everybody got a voice now. Yes, they do go at certain players. Old media and new media. But here's the thing. I don't want to live in a world in new media where you can't go at players because they the players.
Oh, no.
I don't want to live in that world because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you can't assess a player because you worried about them getting their feelings hurt, that's not entertaining TV either.
Oh no, I understand that.
You want to know why? You want to know why some of these mugs are entertaining? Because they tell you the honest truth about what's happening in the locker room, and all of that stuff ain't good.
I feel you.
All of that stuff. You want to know what the best part of that you dig was? The best story. Everybody took that. Draymond took that piece out, right? About him wanting to, he wished ill will on LeBron. He went at that and he attacked him. And I will say this: you could have called him any other name, but calling somebody a coon, especially a black man, I don't know what Kendrick Perkins has done in his spare time, but y'all already know what connotation that holds to that. Yeah, you already know what that goes back to. I'm not finna break it down on this. It's not finna become the civil rights podcast right here. But you already know that's not the word that you're gonna go at with a black man, especially one that you're not probably gonna roll up and throw hands against. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, Draymond's not finna, like, I was waiting when Kendrick gave his response. I was fully waiting for him to be like, "I'll text you the address."
Yeah, Coon was a bit heavy.
A bit?
It was a bit. Oh, that's an understatement.
A bit?
Not a bit.
That's the type of stuff that might get him.
But you want it. But this is the thing, right? This is the thing. What's the difference in Stephen A. going at Kyrie and Kendrick Perkins dropping that? Kendrick Perkins just get to say the word and not get in trouble for it.
Get to say what, Coon?
You can't say that on ESPN. They'll fire you on the spot.
No, you definitely can't.
They'll fire you on the spot.
Oh, but
Draymond Green gets to say whatever he want on his podcast because it's a podcast, because it's uncensored, because it's real, and so he can say
he might still get fined.
He misused the word. I don't think he shouldn't have used the word, and that's what that media try and get you with that extra He was searching for a word and caught and that's the cocoon and pulled that up.
And that's the problem. You could see it. Yeah. You could see his brain trying to find a word. Yeah. And you went through that. And that's why there does need to be a certain level of media training. I'm fine with you coming on and breaking down the NBA and talking basketball. And listen,
your vocabulary, words have meaning. We talk
words have
time. So it's about having the proper word at your disposal when you need it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Stephen A. has the proper words.
True.
All them mugs that go through like all of the TV stuff and like they have the proper word. And I'm fine with you, right? Talking like we talk. We not media trained. We talk like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying that you need that to be successful. Draymond's in the NBA. He's already successful. He's gonna kill it. But there's a certain level of you just getting on a mic and saying whatever you want. And we've done it here. Sometimes you say the wrong thing.
Oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, relax.
Oh, definitely.
You relax.
No, but honestly, you learn. We've learned in real time. You learn in real time. If you really want the listener to get the weight of what you're saying, you will structure your sentences properly. If we hear like just talking and talk, and sometimes we get into a flow of barbershop talk, sometimes we get serious like we are now. However, whenever you want the weight to be behind your words, or you really want the information to get to the listener, you will structure your sentences properly. If we're being comical, we will do that. It's time and place in the structure of the conversation and how the show or whatever media outlet or media platform or however the media that you're recording is going at the moment.
And that's all Kendrick Perkins had an issue with. He said in his response, he said, you can go at me as an analyst.
Yeah.
You can go after my takes. I don't care about none of that. Don't call me a coon.
Yeah.
And this is the thing too, though. I think and this is another thing we saw like late. I think it happened late last week. Shannon Sharp basically called Richard Jefferson lazy.
Called him lazy. No, it ain't basically. He said it verbatim.
No, he said it verbatim.
Called him lazy.
He said it verbatim. Called him lazy.
Call who?
Richard Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson did the same thing Kendrick did, but it was basically like, don't call me lazy. You basically finna get this, but he basically laid out his points. But it was bad. It was better than what.
What was
did.
lazy? His takes.
No, he basically said that you're not working as hard as me because I got more sports to cover.
Okay.
But here's the difference, right? Here's the difference, and this is the part that I don't know if Draymond's gonna do it or not. What did Shannon Sharp do? He apologized.
Oh yeah, no.
I didn't know that.
He said I used the word lazy. That was absolutely the wrong word to use. Richard Jefferson covers the NBA. He basically laid out, he's like, I cover the finals, I cover this, I cover this. I get to go home for 3 days and then I'm flying out to go do this. Don't never call me lazy.
He should say he went after low-hanging fruit, which is the proper term. Most journalists will go after low-hanging fruit, especially if an original take can't be really made. You know what I'm saying? So if something is very obvious, then you gotta cover it. But it's low hanging fruit.
Well, most of these debate shows is low hanging fruit.
Are low hanging.
Like literally, it's just like, how low does the fruit hang?
Well, speaking of low hanging fruit, right now, I know we just kind of announced some breaking news here, and John Wall is now trending tremendously on Twitter. All in a matter of 10 minutes. So first it was Kyrie opting in, now it's John Wall.
John Wall getting the buyout.
John Wall getting the buyout. Now, Mark Stein, I don't know how credible of a source that we would consider him. I think he's a pretty reputable source for most people.
Yeah, Mark Stein is up there.
He has the Clippers as the team with the strongest bid to sign him. Wow.
Why?
That's not surprising.
It's not surprising.
I mean, it's a buyout, so I mean, they're not on the hook for $47 million.
Why? Why? No, you get to sign him for whatever you want, basically.
I don't,
because it's a buyout, so you're not taking on none of John Wall money. So, and John Wall's probably have we gotten terms on the buyout yet?
Haven't gotten terms on the buyout. He's probably met them somewhere around the 25 to 30 mark.
Ain't no way he take half. You think he taking half?
I'll give you my hot take right. Hold on.
I said 35 to get me the lead
right now. The best place for him to go is Portland.
No.
Yeah. Stop.
No. Hold on.
The best place for him to go is Portland.
Hold on.
Because of how he played.
No, because this is the thing. Not a bad take, right? Because John Wall very much. This is why I said the Lakers would be the dumbest thing he could do.
And
there's no shooters there. And John Wall needs shooters. True. That's not a bad take, because if John Wall is the point guard on Portland, now I'm gonna tell you this: John Wall ain't going from Chocolate City to Houston to go to Portland. Right. But if John Wall needs shooters, Anthony Simon's really good shooter. Damian Lillard, really good shooter, probably needs to be the 2 guard on that team. You put the ball in John Wall's hand, and John Wall is able to attack and kick. That's not bad. Jeremy Grant can knock down a shot. I'm not gonna say really good.
Go to Portland. That's a good
But
five.
now they definitely have to get a certified big because
Miami.
Simons is a starter now. You can't put that young bull back on the bench.
No, he's a starter. He's a starter. No, I think you got to go John Wall at the point.
Yeah.
But he's probably
he has to play the 3.
He's got to play the 3 because he's the tallest out of the 3 of them.
Okay, wait. So question.
I don't know.
How would that work though? Because if he does go to the Clippers, you got Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson is probably out of there.
Oh no. Oh, I was gonna say because you can't put bro on the bench.
No,
be honest with you. Bring John Wall to Chicago.
No.
Yes.
We don't have enough shooters.
Where the shooters at? I would say Miami.
DeMar and Zach.
No, you need 3-point shooters though.
Wait, who did you say? Who was the first person you said before Zach?
DeMar and Zach.
You know. Come on.
You need 3-point shooters though.
I need people who can spread the floor. They don't always have to be 3-point shooters, and DeMar can knock down a good 3. We have. All right, y'all. You realize Zach, DeMar, Vooch, they're all 3-point. They can shoot the 3.
They can shoot the 3.
2 of them
Zach,
for sure.
hey, look. They can shoot the 3. Zach's a 3-point shooter.
What does that put you with Zoe though?
The 3, that's all he do shoot, and Zach can shoot the 3. That's all he shot.
Yeah, but Vooch shot it at an all-time low this season.
What does that put you with Zoe though, PK?
Well, I don't even know if Zoe is going to be ready to go, and I'm be honest with you. John Wall, it's going to be an uphill battle. He ain't played professionally.
I got you.
In a minute. So there's a ramp
2
up
years?
for him.
3 years.
Yeah, it's a ramp up for him. And he has to expect that. Now, I'm not saying that he's a guaranteed bench player. I wouldn't say that. I think the one thing that he has going for him is that he's been resting for 2.5 years. But we don't know what we're gonna get yet. No one really knows because you haven't seen.
I don't think the Bulls are going to be in play because I know they want to go with a big. I think your 2 teams are going to be Clippers is definitely a team that's on the radar because Clippers got dudes they can shoot. You got PG, he can shoot. Kawhi can shoot.
Hey,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
That's honestly outside of
Minnesota might need him too.
Say it, and y'all gonna it's gonna hit you. He going to Boston.
For who?
It ain't a trade. It's a buyout.
Oh wow.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Oh wow.
That ain't bad.
Oh my God.
He got the one.
Dog, if he go to Boston, it's a wrap.
I would put
that man there. Hey, make his face big again. You right there, boy.
Bro, he go to Boston, it's a wrap, dog.
Mama, there goes that man. I can't.
What you want to do?
Because you don't need him to be John Wall of Washington. You need him to be John Wall that can get to the bucket and can facilitate.
And he got free game to give.
Now I will say, see,
he got free.
No, this is the only good night. Like I like it. I love it. I actually love it, and this is the problem. This is the problem, right? Hey, this is the problem with being a basketball fan while also being a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
I want to see it, but I don't want to see it because I think it's gonna work.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad.
But here's the question that I have with that. Do you have? I guess it doesn't matter, but do you have enough defenders like Marcus Smart wasn't getting 40 dropped on him in every game in the playoffs?
DPO, I'm gonna show you why I got this award.
Hey, make sure you say the OY. Can't just say DP. You gotta make sure you say the OY on that.
He didn't put it on his jacket.
But do you feel like you have enough defenders? Well, yeah, I guess you would. Tatum, Brown.
Even if they go down, they're the best defensive team.
That's not bad.
The league.
That's
even
not
if
bad.
They were to drop down and be a top 5 or even a top 10 defensive team in the league, they're still a top 10 offensive team in the league as well. They probably even a top 5 offensive team when you consider who we're adding and then who else they get to keep. Because you're adding him. You don't have to trade for him. You don't have to get rid of Brown. You don't have to get rid of Tatum. The only thing you try to figure out is what to do with Smart. And at this point, he needs to know, hey, it's John Wall, baby.
Can you say that, though? This is the thing, right? Like, I will say this.
He might
John Wall can absolutely come back and still be the same player and still be. Yeah. But do you want to burn that bridge, knowing that the reason that John Wall, while he's had 2 years of rest, but the reason that John Wall initially had so much time of rest was because of injury, because he got injured, came back, got re-injured again, then went down to Houston, played okay, played decent.
He played like
got injured again.
Yeah.
And then was ready to come back. Once he was ready to come back, they were like, that's okay. Right? Like, do you want to, at a minimum, Marcus Smart's going to be there. Do you want to burn that bridge to take a chance that John Wall is the piece that put you over the top? I'm fine with you. I'm fine with him being the player off of the bench. I think the point guard depth could be crazy, but I don't know if you take Marcus Smart out of the starting lineup for him, because there's a lot of questions surrounding John Wall.
I can't. Okay, if it's me, I can't take him out of the starting lineup. So I wouldn't like the move, because you basically just telling me. And then if I'm Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Like this dude just got DPOY. Say what you want to say about it.
Thank you. Just make sure you add DOY.
I did. Dude, on the jacket, he literally said DPO, and then it was basically like, I'm gonna show you why I went out and got this award and got cooked. But
is that really what he only had DPO on the jacket?
Bro.
Oh, okay.
He had DPO on the jacket.
Well, now Marcus Smart's a suspect.
Like, dog. Nah, but
he had DPO on the jacket, got 40 dropped on him every series.
I'm gonna give you something that's gonna be really weird. You don't have to take none of them out of the starting lineup. You just shift everyone up. Jason Tatum is 6'11". He's 6'11", dog. A healthy Jason Tatum can play the 4.
Is Jason Tatum
ain't no way.
He's 6'10", 6'11".
I thought Jason Tatum was like 6'8".
I gotta keep him where he's at though.
I'm gonna put him at the 4 because KD shifts between the 4 and the 3 and the 4. I'm gonna move Jaylen Brown up.
He's 6'8", bro. Where you get 6'11" from?
Dog, they had him listed at 6'10" in the finals.
No, he's 6'10". He's actually 6'10".
He's 6'10". He grew.
He told you that too.
I mean, he's 6.
Like
He's 6'11" or he's 6'8" on NBA Network or NBA.com.
They had him listed at 6'10". And when I realized, I was like, dang, he did come in young. He is still under 25. He did grow. It just blew my mind. I was like, I can't sit here and say that their game can't still change. They still growing. They're not even fully developed yet.
Hold on. So this is from NBC Sports Boston. They literally started by saying, we're sure you've seen the hullabaloo.
All right.
Hey, bro, when you writing when hullabaloo is the word, did you throw it up in there? Is this the 1950s?
Who's writing for that?
Hey, bro. Well, it's Boston. We sure you've seen the hullabaloo about Jason Tatum growing 2 inches this offseason from 6'8" to 6'10". USA basketball teammate Donovan Mitchell has already roasted Tatum over his apparent growth spurt, while some fans are convinced that his 2 extra inches will help him. But did Tatum actually grow? Where did this all come from?
It don't even matter, bro. Woj just announced he's intended to sign with the Clippers.
Like but even then though, that's
John Wall is on a Clipper.
That situation is tough though. Like
that's a lot less tough because Reggie Jackson being Reggie Jordan is just a playoff thing. I got 82 other games that I gotta.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't tough. They got the best bench in the league.
You can come in. You ain't gotta wait.
The Clippers have the best bench in the league with Reggie Jackson, Norman Powell.
Is Reggie Jackson going to the bench though?
Man, Reggie Jackson ain't going.
Reggie Jackson was already a bench player. He was starting starter.
Yeah, but Reggie Jackson definitely solidified himself as a starter. That's the reason they got rid of.
He ain't going to.
That's the reason they got rid of. Who was the starter before that? It was buddy. That's
Bledsoe.
No, it wasn't Bledsoe.
That was a while ago.
Wasn't it?
Bledsoe ain't been the same since May.
Who was starting
23rd?
Bledsoe was starting. He was on my fantasy team.
Hey man, Ty Lue got a lot to figure out over there.
No, Reggie Jackson was starting for the playoffs. Was Bledsoe the one that got hurt? Bledsoe was the one that got hurt?
No, that was
Bledsoe got traded.
Bledsoe done been on the Clippers 15 times, so that's not surprising.
Bro, Bledsoe ain't been the same since May 23rd.
They traded him from Milwaukee.
2018. When that man got cooked.
Dog, they got a squad.
Tyloo got good problems, but he gonna have to handle all them personnel.
Well, I think that's the thing, right? Like,
this not gonna work out how y'all think it's gonna work out.
Man, it's gonna work out fine. They're gonna stumble themselves into the second round of the playoffs. We figure it out then.
All right.
He better call Phil.
No, this is the thing.
Again?
No, this is the thing. I think
might not even
no.
make
This
it
is
out
the
the
thing.
first round.
John Wall again. You're adding John Wall to a team that should make the Western Conference Finals at a minimum.
Again,
It's not gonna hurt them.
What's the word on Kawhi?
they should.
He's
And
doing
that's
full
fine.
contact right now.
He
We
good?
talking about the Clippers.
No, I agree with you, but the thing is, right? Like with Kawhi, even when Kawhi was there or when PG was there, right? Like they still made it very far in the playoffs. I think the first year they got beaten, what? The second round?
First year they got beat in the second round.
They made it to the WCF the next year.
dropped off by
Suns.
the Suns, and then Kawhi.
I don't know if I say dropped off. He went to 7.
He didn't get dropped off. He took
Yeah, I don't know if I can say he got dropped off.
Chris Paul dropped them off in that last game.
Hey, Kawhi got injured the series before, and PG was like, "Oh, y'all thought it was a joke."
Yeah.
Snap.
So
Kawhi got injured the series before, yeah.
And PG took off. I think if Kawhi wasn't there and it was John Wall,
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I think it'll be better.
The move that I would make if I'm the Clippers is not John Wall. Like John Wall can come in, John Wall coming off the bench for me. Reggie Jackson maybe can stay in the starting lineup if he can shoot the ball well enough to play the 2.
He got to beat out John Wall for the starting spot. That's fair.
Paul George need to be that point guard. Paul George needs to be the point guard.
I don't know why they stopped.
When you have Paul George,
like he was playing at the Pacers anyway.
When you have, he's not the same athlete anymore.
No, but
Paul George
bringing the ball up there.
Paul he snapped his leg in half. Like Paul George was a crazy. I think that's the thing. Muzz don't also realize that Paul George was a crazy athlete with the Clippers. Or with the Pacers. Like he was ridiculously good.
I still got that as a top 10 playoff dunk.
Yeah,
driving down the lane on Bron and dunking on Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman shouldn't have been.
I remember seeing it. I was like,
and
Paul
still
George has arrived.
But I think that to me, that's a move right where you're talking about you have to figure out how PG and Kawhi can still coexist together. I don't know if John Wall's the answer in that.
Wait, what's the issue?
I don't know if Reggie Jackson's the answer in that.
What's the issue with that?
So
they both need the ball in their hands to create. So if you need the ball in your hands to create, you're playing a lot of ISO ball.
But that's on Tyloo.
There's not a lot of movement off
to make to get them out of that. You have to instill a system. The system can't be just give it to Kawhi at the top of the key or give it to PG at the top of the key. He has to take control of that team and instill it. Run specific plays for them, fine, but they have to have some type of offense that's the go-to instead of just clear out and give it to Kawhi.
I agree.
I think that was just them not having enough time together, but now they have nothing but time to build chemistry and stuff like that. That's all I see. They just didn't have enough time to build chemistry, and they were out there because I think Kawhi was still coming off injuries, stuff like that. But they've had an off season. They've had nothing but time. I think they've built some chemistry there, and I hope they did. So I don't think they're going to have the same issues with how they look and how they function on the court and within the same space.
I can't wait to see Kawhi back on the court. I ain't gonna lie to you. And with John Wall, I mean, hey, I'm not mad at it. I just feel like
how much help does he need?
Hey, technically, no, this is the makeup for him having to win a championship by himself.
Hey, y'all, they the ones that wanted to get to LA by any means. You wanted to play at home so bad.
Right
It's thick over there.
has nothing but help. He has
Kawhi? Yeah, he's got
now.
nothing but help at this point.
If he don't get it done,
Hey, this
within the next
LeBron
2
level help at
seasons-
this point.
Bro, who's not going to make the
You got two
who's
starting
not going to
fives.
make the play in now?
Who's not gonna make the play in?
If everybody's coming off injury,
I can't answer that question until the end free agency.
who's not making a play in?
who's not making a play in the West?
The Kings, and that's not enough. The Kings ain't gonna make it.
They're not.
You can realize
with so much.
It's just the fact that the Kings are a safe bet. Like, no matter what, the Kings are always the safe bet, bro. Like it's like, hey, who's not gonna make a playoff game or a play in? Kings. Oh, okay, all right. I no, it's the subtle agreement from all of us. Can't hear you. Hit your button.
You know what else ain't gonna make it? I gotta go complete opposite from last year. Portland. Portland, if they don't listen,
Portland,
all the help is going everywhere else.
I've been.
No,
It's
Portland's
time to
not.
work. Portland out of there.
I was gonna say Houston before I said Portland.
New Orleans is gonna make it.
Portland was like a 44 and 30. Wait, how many games? 44 and 38.
45 and
You
34.
can't be 44 and 38, dog.
Yeah, that math wasn't math. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, actually, yeah, you can. You
No.
can be 44 and 38.
Yeah, I'm not tweaking.
Like
No, that's right. Yeah, I took 2 games away.
I'm
Because you could be 42 and 42. No, you could be 44 and 40. But I'm saying like that was kind of their team, right? Like they were No, you definitely can't be 42 and 40, can you?
You can be 42 and 40.
You could be 42 and 40.
Yeah,
You could be 44 and 38. So I was right.
Yeah.
You made me unconfident.
I just said you good. I said you was right. I don't know
We're
why you
laughing
took
out
so
here, baby.
hard.
Stop playing with me.
I gave you your props. You don't want to add this extra math.
But no, right? Like so, like they were. What I'm saying is they were that much above 500 with like CJ McCollum in them.
Yo, this is the
Like it wasn't a crazy team.
They had too much. They had another team with a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
In Portland, them boys is out of there.
Bro,
How many
this is how
teams is in the
Portland-
conference? 14.
Hey, yeah. You got 14
boys
teams
is
in
out
the
of there.
conference. Hey, 10 of them make
What
the
we talking
playoffs.
Hey, who they gonna beat? Let's run it down. Dallas. I got them in the playoffs.
Dallas is going to be in the playoffs.
Dallas, New Orleans.
I
is
got
making
Lakers in the playoffs just because it's
I
LeBron.
think Lakers make the playoffs.
I think New Orleans does too. I think New Orleans.
No, I think I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
I got New Orleans
I'll
in the
tell you. I'll
playoffs.
tell you this. Barring injury, LeBron is finna come out on demon time in Game 1.
Oh, he already know.
Yep.
Yeah, he.
I agree.
Barring
He
injury,
got 2 years worth of rest.
barring
Stop.
injury, LeBron is finna come out
He gonna look 18 again.
So we got. Let's run it down. We got Dallas. We got. You said New Orleans. I agree with New Orleans. We
New
said
Orleans
Lakers.
makes it. Phoenix makes it.
Golden State.
Golden State
obviously.
makes it. Champion.
Where
Championship.
y'all got Phoenix? I got Phoenix probably dropping.
Are we doing it in order?
But
No,
see,
it
that's
don't
the
have to be in
thing,
order,
where's
but you got to think about it.
DeAndre
Somebody
Ayton
ain't got to make it.
Yeah, somebody.
It's only
not gonna
8 teams ultimately in the
Where's-
playoffs. I don't care what the play-in is.
I don't know. I don't know about that because I don't know.
You know,
where
Memphis
DeAndre
got to
Ayton's
make
going.
it.
Memphis
Yeah,
is
That's
going.
5.
Somebody between Denver and Utah not finna make it.
Utah.
I mean,
Utah.
I didn't even say the Clippers yet. I got the Clippers. That's 6.
Utah not making it.
Okay, Utah gonna make it.
Utah probably make the playoffs just
They gonna
'cause-
have a tough time. Bro.
No, just because they gonna make the playoffs.
Because I think New Orleans got their
Snyder
spot.
ain't there.
That was the saving grace for Utah.
Quinn Snyder.
Ain't nobody worried about Batman villains not making it, bro.
Donovan Mitchell was
Quinn
You
Snyder.
mean Wolverine? He's skinny Wolverine. He Wolverine.
Ooh, Quinn Snyder?
He is Wolverine's
Quinn
anorexic
Snyder
brother.
look like Scarecrow, bro.
That man look like Two-Face, dog.
Man look like Scarecrow. He look like he got fear gas in that locker
I
room.
want to wrap up.
No, yeah, for sure. No, I think
Because the East is harder.
is the
East is even harder
Clippers.
to
The
do it.
Clippers ain't. That's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough. I don't know. John Wall to the Clippers. So if y'all just tuning in first off the show at the end,
but it's all on Ty Lue for that team. I don't care who they got.
Golden
It's all on Ty Lue.
Phoenix, Memphis, Lakers,
Minnesota.
Clippers. Minnesota might not make it.
If they take the I don't
Minnesota and New Orleans fighting for the same spot.
Minnesota and New Orleans probably
fighting for that.
Well, that I'll take no.
You got to change the playoff format, man. It's too many good teams.
That depends on the health of Zion. But I tell you this: full season of healthy Zion is going to be interesting.
As long as he strap up his shoes and they don't melt under his feet, he should be.
He got special made shoes now. Nike gave him like reinforced
orthopedic.
Nike gave that man reinforced boots.
He better put that Gorilla Glue on that man.
I'll tell you this right now. You got B.I., CJ, Zion, if he's fully healthy.
Wallace got a squad.
Valanciunas?
Herb Jones, Valanciunas.
Yeah, Wallace got a squad.
Where'd Larry Nance go?
He's still on there?
Larry Nance Jr. I mess with Larry Nance Jr.
I like Larry Nance.
mess with Larry Nance Jr.
Because I wanted him up.
Jose Alvarado.
I like him too. Defender.
That's a squad, bro.
Yeah, New Orleans.
New Orleans gonna make some noise next year.
That boy Murphy off the bench can shoot too.
And Murphy.
Hey, I really hope Zion shut everybody up.
I hope so too.
I really hope
John Morant is laughing.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of B.I. too.
This is the thing though. Ja Morant is lapping him. Ja Morant had to play a full season to lap him. That's how crazy what Zion was doing. Zion was scoring. Zion was scoring. If we do our normal rounding up, Zion was scoring on 70% of his shots under the basket when he's undersized.
He's like,
69%, bro.
The strongest version of Charles Barkley you've ever seen.
Bro, Charles Barkley is such a poor assessment of Zion's game. It's like Charles Barkley with Shaq's body, it's like Chuck's body with like Shaq's weight on the Lakers, but distributed more evenly. Oh, and he can jump like Jordan.
But you want him?
He could jump like Chuck. Chuck had bounce.
Skill set though,
huh?
You want him to have Chuck's skill set.
He got Chuck's skill set.
He got Chuck's skill set. That's what's freaky about him.
But he got
Chuck could hoop. Chuck could hoop.
My only hope is certainly that he keep.
I just want him to stay healthy.
His footwork. Yeah,
I want him to Embiid it. I want him to Embiid it.
His footwork will be everything. And
I
his
think Ja Morant needs to go ahead and shut it up because I think Anthony Edwards is going to leapfrog him if he keep playing.
I think the West finna be mad interesting. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I rock with Ja. I rock with Ja. And I love the competition with it. I love the competition with it. I will say, Ja. I love the jaw jacking. Ja talking in fights that he got to win a lot of rings to catch up in. I will say that.
Hey.
Ja having listen. I'm all for you talking trash and being confident in yourself, but. You getting in some arguments that you about 4 rings short.
If they could pull out getting a 2 seed next year, then he didn't prove what he need to prove, right?
No.
Hey, AD, Ja is not even the best 2 guard to have ever laced up a Memphis jersey yet.
I'll agree with that.
He's not a 2 guard.
He ain't the best point guard either.
Right.
So
let's not act like AI didn't scroll through Memphis in a jersey. And I don't care if he was only averaging 13. He ain't even AI.
Yeah.
Wait. You say AI?
You talk about AI in Memphis.
Come on now. Come on.
Hey, if we just going off the legend of AI, then yeah.
He's a fan of Anthony Edwards, so he's gonna say that.
Oh man, the mic is doing the thing again, bro.
I was gonna say, no. The interesting thing with Jado is that he picking some fights. He gotta listen. There's a certain thing. And maybe the league is different, but I know when like Kobe and them was coming up and stuff like that, you had to have a certain amount of jewelry on your hand and be the reason for that jewelry, right? Like if Robert Horry start getting spicy, like I gotta call you out on something.
They are the most cohesive team in the West, other than the Warriors. They're the most cohesive team.
I agree with that.
They play different.
The Boys is not making it anywhere near where they were last season.
What? You really? They might go from the 2 to the 4 seed.
Nah, I say this. There'll be a better defensive team.
Yeah.
Them adding Walker Kessler in the draft was probably the most underrated move of the whole draft.
You still got him and Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson?
Well, the thing is now you got Jaren Jackson and Walker Kessler, where you couldn't play Steven Adams. You could put Walker Kessler out there and he moved just like Jaren Jackson.
What is our boy that played it too? The real spunky one? He's their enforcer.
Dylan Brooks?
Yeah. I like him.
Dame.
I like Dylan Brooks.
Nah, Dylan Brooks kind of fell off.
If he would improve his offensive skill set, then he would help his team.
The problem with that no one keeps the problem that no one's highlighting right now is the simple fact that once you start popping off at the mouth like that, you realize that you go from the young fan favorite that everyone's just happy to see, there, to now, you one of the guys that's trying to come on now. So now you think you come. Okay, bet. And not even if John Morant is on that level, the entire Memphis squad isn't. It's not.
That I'll agree with. That whole Memphis squad. I think Jaren Jackson needs to take another step. I think that
he do.
I think that's really the one person that needs to take another step. You need another star on that team.
Nah.
You need another star on that team.
If he either needs to learn how to play. He either needs to get better footwork in the paint or shoot a more consistent three. That's the crossword of what he's
Phoenix,
at.
If you want to be honest, Phoenix thought that they was a shoe-in to get back to the finals. They thought it was sweet.
Hey, I'll tell you what the problem is. Once Devin Booker did the Luka thing, and Luka seen that. He was like,
that man.
And he dropped his Kardashian because of it.
What is this? Yeah, nah, he ain't.
Hey, he dropped her before she dropped him.
They said they still friends.
You know what she was about to tell him. First it was banned, he couldn't shoot. I took a chance. But now you're getting dropped off by Europeans, and now
I just can't do it.
I just can't do it, man. Hey, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to us for another episode. Y'all know we coming back as we do always, man. We had our little Chicago moment. Not a ton going on around Chicago right now. We could have got into some Bears stuff about Darnell Mooney with the new regime, but I mean, it's nothing crazy going on with the Bears. I can't wait till they go to training camp. I'm just like, bro, these the dark days. I mean, like, I could talk about baseball with y'all, but Muzz ain't really. Media. Yeah, hey, new media in this mug, man. New media.
Hey, still shout out to the Wolves, man. AHL, man.
Big love to the Wolves, Chicago man. Wolves, man. Y'all have fun.
Courtney Vandersloot, too.
Yeah, Courtney Vandersloot hit the game winner against the Minnesota Lynx.
Draws.
Let's get it.
Call draws.
And free BG. Jesus. All that.
Blouses.
Hey. I was gonna say, since it's the women's game, did she call panties? Is it translate that way, or is it the same? Is it translate that same, or is it
gotta hold that?
Hey, it should though.
It should.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, it's the women's game.
It's
like,
more appropriate if you think about it.
Hey,
game, panties.
Blouse.
Hey, you want to know? Hey, we finna get out of here. We finna get out of here. You want to know what the best part about it was? Me and Kid was at a dig with Joe, and you know all the us he hang out with his old heads. So we was like, "Hey man, y'all used to call it draws back in the day," and they were like, "Yeah." It was just like it was normal. It was like, "Oh yeah, draws."
It was a confident.
Oh yeah, no, it was like they were confused why we were asking the question.
Wow.
You ain't called draws?
Hey, bro, right?
like I
you know my suburban town do not call draws. I don't know.
Leggett would have had your head from the court.
It's almost like not saying.
Hey, bro, that's draws, bro. That's draws. We out.
You gotta call draws, or you gotta. You drop. You gotta drop.
Draws. Get off the court. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for showing love as always, man. For the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid. For the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stefan Nadine, and of course, Mr. Two Letters. If you knew better, you do better. AD is in the building. You're in a real Star Trek mood. I'm glad you're doing that over the Silk the Shocker. But hey man, as always, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.